Coleman's better on the field than he
Blake
is.
Corum did
Corum
run
is
straight line.
slow. What do you mean?
That's true.
All right. You're not going to learn fast.
All right, welcome back to another edition of the 4 Degens podcast. This one is just kind of kicking the shit. We're going to start with the Super Bowl. I know it was 3 weeks ago, but we can still comment on it because the first half was fucking terrible. And it's worth a comment. And I'm going to let you all take it away while I try and find this link again to share it. Who has the strongest opinions on that shit show?
I mean, it's kind of faded. It's been a month, but it's all
It's really faded, so it'll be a short part.
Overtime was weird. You weren't actually sure if the game was going to end or not. The Niners didn't know. But if you kick a field goal and give Mahomes the ball, you're going to lose every single time. So that part of it was not surprising. First half sucked. Like Larry said, halftime performance divided America, and then we got vintage Mahomes and vintage Shanahan. So that's 2-0 Mahomes in the Super Bowl against them.
I still stand to this day that the halftime performance was terrible. Little John saved it at the end. That's about it.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
I don't think it was the worst one out there by any means, but
No,
it was not good.
I mean, I think it wasn't bad, but I think it was definitely more. He was dancing more than he was singing.
Yeah, I mean the man was
It
sweating
wasn't.
up.
I said it wasn't. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't my favorite, no, but it wasn't like the worst, like we talked about. And he has some bangers, so it has to be somewhat decent. So.
yeah, the lead-in didn't help. The first half being what it was didn't help. Nobody's really excited for it.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
No.
I almost
Everybody
in the fourth quarter.
That halftime just drug off.
Everybody was already
too, like it
struggling.
always does.
I think maybe I enjoy that
Halftime
game
felt-
more if I'm not a Bengals fan. It's just so hard to watch. Continue to watch Kansas City win and win and win and win and win. And the most
They're
surprising
back to the Patriots.
Shanahan not knowing the rules. Like, how do you?
I don't know how that happens.
How do you?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how that happens. Like the dudes are sitting there like, oh wait, if we don't score or if we score, they get the ball.
Yeah, if they had scored a touchdown, they would have freaked out, and it would have been like,
Yeah, they would have rushed, crowded the
And the
field.
Chiefs
like,
would've
I
gotten
wanted
8,
to
so,
hope they scored a touchdown to see what would have happened.
just to see what happens at the end of the game.
They run the field, Gatorade back, and then the
That's
Chiefs get the ball
sick,
back.
Jack. That's just sick.
That's how you know Jack's a degenerate. Hey, what did y'all think about the streaker story?
I don't
Did y'all
believe
see?
that.
I mean,
I don't
Oh,
believe
maybe.
that.
I feel like
You
I've
know,
seen a tweet
Plus,
on that
they're never going to
last
pay
year.
that. If you tell them that, they're never going to pay that.
I feel like, yeah, especially coming out like that. I feel like he was like a prop to just bet more. Like
I bet that's
like,
happened before, but the
Oh,
people
yeah.
got the money because they didn't tell anybody. That I believe, but
Yeah, like why would
I'm
you come out
sure.
and say it?
somebody's paying you too. He was an ad for somebody, I'm sure.
So Degens like us can bet on them. That's not happening.
I didn't even see odds for that this year. That's more of like a once PETA started doing it like every year, they kind of quit doing that. Like even collegiate games, they would do it at. Like our head trainer helped get my off the field one year at Clemson, and I believe the LSU game, Natty, one of the 3 we were in when I was there. I don't know. It was that common though. Like they just that's what you do. But before everybody was doing it, it was like a random, once in a decade thing. I saw that as a prop every year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Speaking of betting, Larry, in 7 days, those free bets are going to hit big.
I know. I was telling Mally the other day, I was like, you're downloading
I'm driving up.
every sports.
I'm for sure driving out. I got
told
a
her, I was
cousin. It's
like,
like
you're
10 minutes
you're
from
downloading-
Carowinds. I'm driving out.
Oh, you have to. She's downloading every sportsbook app, and I'll just give her the money to throw it on there if she wants me to, and then I'll take it because I mean all the free bets. And all you got to think it's not just FanDuel either. Like with Maryland, Like it's going to be DraftKings,
No,
ESPN.
the man has other. They have other books.
There's
like
6
DraftKings,
books coming
Barstool,
live,
ESPN,
and
Bet365, like all of them.
It's gonna
Yeah, I
be
told
my bank account is gonna
he's gonna get
be
into it.
shattered for a minute.
as long as you just read the bet through stuff, they're not just going to let you pull it out. That's the thing.
That's true.
And there's going to be books like ESPN where the interface is bad and the lines are so bad you're not going to use it anyway. So I mean, there's give and
I actually haven't even been on ESPN yet.
Neither have I.
So this will give me a
From
reason
what
to
I've seen secondhand from screen recordings and screenshots and just general like people like feedback from like respected people, it's not great. It wasn't great when it was Barstool's thing, but at least it had Barstool slapped across it.
Dude, Barstool's interface was terrible.
Right. It's not going to compete
Barstool was
with
rough.
FanDuel, DraftKings, MGM, even like Circa. They're more brick and mortar, but Pinnacle, things like that. They're never going to break into that level of market share. But it's
I
the
still
gimmick.
I don't even like DraftKings really. Like literally, I think I'm a FanDuel fan, but
I mean, there's pros and cons. None of them will let you win though. So if you think you're going to take sharp action on any of these, no chance. They're going to cut your limits. And at the bigger ones like FanDuel and DraftKings, you're almost not even a number. They just don't care. They'll just cut you off. So I'd be really, really
well, I know
careful
in Maryland
if
it was
you're
like
doing that.
it was like guaranteed you double, like you it was a double or something, but like it was
Yeah, it
max
was
bet of like $25 to $50 or something like that. So
Yeah, it was like
But it's
plus
still free money at the end of
100,
the day.
plus 100 odds for like somebody to score 1 point, and your max bet was $50.
Yeah,
started a whole game.
They're layups. Yeah. Underdogs there
But it's
too. I'm
free
not
money
the
at-
biggest prop
free money at
person,
the
but
end of
it's
the day.
there.
So, but it's just a weird
I'm
day.
getting-
Like March 11th.
March
like,
11th?
what, you're gonna
Yeah.
NBA,
Yeah, it's the
like,
11th.
in college
At
basketball.
noon.
Like there's nothing cool to bet on.
Well, they've set
I
it
know,
up
that's
to
why I was-
come in line with like basketball because it's North Carolina. But I mean, to do that a month after the Super Bowl, I think is so stupid.
That was my thing. I thought it was kind of bad timing to not do it with the Super Bowl. Like, I mean, what's a month?
And they
All
would
these
have made so much money. Like
Yeah, I mean, it lines up with college basketball perfectly when you think about getting into conference tourneys and things like that. But aside from that, you missed all of football, collegiate and pro. So as far as revenue goes, this year is not going to look good because you missed the biggest event of the year. So when they look at 2024 numbers, they're going to be bad relative to other states because of that, I think. But
So
I was
I
scrolling on
finally
there
found
earlier,
it.
talking like there's like you do
I mean,
free
I
bet
guess they're
every
hoping
day
on
at $25,
capitalizing.
something like that.
they're probably capitalizing on the NBA playoffs this year.
Good luck.
I think the
Because
biggest
MLB
thing
betting,
that
is hard.
The LNB is impossible. I've come to that conclusion.
Unless you get the occasional home run parlay.
Yeah, good luck.
I hit 3 last year.
Yeah, and there was what 200 days of games. I mean, like, come on.
That
You
is
did-
True. That is
you-
true. I mean,
you did hit 3 crazy ones. You hit what was the 3 that you hit? Oh yeah, we need to do an
Duran,
MLB,
Candelario, and something else.
and Salvador
Candelario,
Perez
Duran,
was the
and
one
Salvador
that I
Perez.
shared with you. That was a crazy. Did you take that, Grayson, or did Larry take it? I know
No.
Larry took it.
I took it 76 cents to win like
Larry put
$80.
86 cents on it.
Yeah.
And then the first one that got me started was the one in class. It was Trout, Otani, Arenado. Insane hit.
God.
And the other one I think
There's
was like Lindor, Marte, and somebody else or something.
There's some kind of daily pick free bet promo on here. Pick every day for $25 and free bet. There's so much stuff on here with North Carolina. You can log in right now and just like look at odds, I guess.
I know Cole's excited for MLB to come up.
Hmm.
I said I know you're excited for
Ellie
MLB.
Cruz home run every day.
Oh, yeah.
NL
No,
Central
I'm
this
not
year.
taking Ellie home runs.
I'm betting the Reds to win the Central. I don't care.
I think I am
Ellie's
too.
lead the league in stolen bases is a good bet though.
You know, Kenya's alive, right?
He just got to get on. He just got to get on.
Yeah, that's
Him or
the
a
problem.
He's got to play a full season. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have upcoming. We have the MLB preview, which I'm gonna have to do a lot of research on because I suck at gambling with MLB. College basketball conference tournament previews we'll do this week.
March Madness.
We do what?
Yeah.
March Madness after the conference.
March Madness.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been sending out a bunch of college basketball plays. Got hot this weekend. Fuck Maryland, Jack. I know you went to Towson.
They were terrible today. Good Lord.
I know, and I even knew not to take them. I was in between. I should have went with somebody else, but I was like, well, I seen a couple of trends on Killer Sports, and I was like, this is the move. I let trends talk me into it when I knew better.
Dude, what we should do is when March Madness comes out, for everyone who does follow us, we should all get a bracket, like a group for a bracket, the brackets.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That'd be good.
That's one of the easiest things to do.
It would be sick. We need people to be in it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no minimum though. You just put the link out.
Well,
and whoever joins.
That's true.
I just don't get how the Cardinals.
Grayson, just reach out to your girl, Lauren, and we'll be good.
Do what?
I said reach out to your girl, Lauren, and we'll be fine.
Yeah, let me get right on that, buddy. What were you saying, Cole, about the Cardinals? The over respect?
I just don't get how they're the favorite to win the division. It just doesn't make any sense.
I couldn't believe that either. Like when I looked it up, I said it like joking. I was like, well, I have to look now. And I went and looked, and I looked at FanDuel, DraftKings, and I looked offshore, which of course was worse. And I was just stunned at how the Cardinals are like the oldest team in the league. Every major league free agent they sign is over 30 years old, and then it's a pretty decent gap too. It's not like they're both like plus 120. I mean, there's money to be. I think the Reds are like 301. It's something ridiculous.
They're at plus 145 right now. Yeah. Cubs at 210, Reds at 430. I have no clue how the Brewers are plus 550. I mean, they're Freddie Peralta, Devin Williams, and Christian Yelich, and Rhys Hoskins, I guess. That's it. I mean, I'd give the Pirates a better chance than the Brewers.
Yeah, I'm looking at Reds plus 430 on FanDuel right now to come out of the Central. I mean, that's
the only thing that scares me is it's a very trendy pick. Like all over TikTok, I'm seeing everybody taking the Reds to win the NL Central.
I mean, you could take playoffs at plus 186, and you don't even need it.
Yeah.
I don't know if an NFL Central team gets a wildcard spot, but
I don't either.
I
think we're all just going to beat up on each other. I could see the NL Central winner having like 87, 88 wins.
Right, which throws the wild card out of the window.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If we're talking about baseball, the Orioles at plus 220 to win the AL East I like a lot, even as a Yankees fan.
That division is so dumb.
I was about to say, it's just so much. Like the
I would
A's
just
are gross.
stay away from everyone in that division because I mean, Red Sox aren't going to win it, but any of the other four can win that division.
Exactly.
I think
the Rays take a step back this year.
I mean, it's still the Rays. It's still the Rays. How many times can you say that? Like they lose a Blake Snell, they lose a Glass.
I mean, they lost their best.
Have another one.
They just plug and play.
They lost Wander Franco, which is.
I don't think really a loss.
That's another story.
Yeah, they lost Wander Franco. Like they lost
legal
him.
Exclusion. I don't think they're looking to have him back, so that's not really a loss.
Fun fact about the Rays: their GM Eric Neander is actually a graduate of Virginia Tech. We have the exact same degree.
There you go.
HNFE, and he's a GM for a Major League Baseball team. It's pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
I like Angels at plus 4,500 to win the West.
You like who?
No reason to say that out loud.
Angels plus 4,500 to win.
Just no reason. I get the Yankees' 44-year World Series drought is weighing on you, but there's no need to do that.
Plus 4,500.
Yeah, and the A's are 250 to 1 if you just want a tax write-off.
What are the odds
I
Mike
haven't
Trout
so.
gets traded this summer or this year?
Hmm?
Odds Mike Trout gets traded this year.
He should be
Calendar
traded,
year?
but after
Probably
what
high.
just happened last year with Shohei, I don't think, and what the guy and what y'all's owner said, I don't think he will be traded.
I don't think it will be
The
traded.
owner needs to die in his sleep, so that's definitely.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
He's the Jerry Jones of
Oh, my
baseball,
Lord.
and I'm tired
Sounds
of
like me
it.
with Castellini. It's a
Yeah,
miracle.
see? What?
Miracle.
Next submarine that goes down the Titanic, I want Artie Moreno passenger seat. I want him on it.
He's down in the boiler room
Orioles
where they didn't
literally
make it out.
They got rid of their ownership somehow, and then they went and got Corbin Burns like 16 hours later. So we can get rid of the owner and sign Blake Snell for not $30 million a year over market value. Then I think that's a win.
It's crazy. Blake
There's
Snell
no business
has
on
like the offers from the Yankees, and he just doesn't want to come to New York.
No, Boras isn't letting him take it. That's what it is.
He wants more money, and I don't think he doesn't want to come because he's best friends with Judge. But like, if we get Blake Snell, we gotta who's out of the pitching rotation.
The first three guys to get hurt in April. What do you mean?
Maybe he's just holding out so he can Twitch stream more.
In Call of Duty, like it's nothing.
He'll announce it on his Twitch stream.
Probably. I mean,
Did you say
Chapman's lost
maybe he's
$100
just
million
holding out so
doing
he can Twitch stream more.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt Chapman just lost $100 million doing that. He was getting offers for 150-ish, and he just signed for, what was it, 54? I mean, that's
3 or 54, yeah, which is much less than
to go win
Cody Bellinger
50
was
games
for,
with the Giants.
was
but-
$3,
asking for a
$25
ton.
million a year.
Took less.
Yeah. That's just
I
not.
don't think. I think Cody's done. I think Cody had a good year last year, but I don't know if he can keep that maintained.
I hope he doesn't.
Probably not.
Who?
I think it's going to
Cody
be
Bellinger.
a bad
Oh, yeah.
Like-
I think he kind of had a good year in a needed year, and now he's just going to coast.
deal. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That's
good
what
for
Snell
him.
did. It just-
But like, I mean, I like him, but like,
The one
I'm trying to
person
pull up
that's
that
going to
list.
do what?
There's a whole team worth of guys, like all-star ish level, that have not signed. It's insane.
That's true.
And like JD Martinez, like bats that will make lineups.
I mean, JD
Oh, I need
Martinez-
I'm switching topic really quick on back onto college basketball. I need to know why I can fade Virginia Tech every time they're on the road, but I can take them every time they're at home. Because so far that system has been printing.
I don't know, man. You tell me. I don't get it, man. I mean, I feel like you can say that about a lot more college basketball teams than just Virginia
You can.
Tech. Wake Forest is one of those
Oh,
too. I mean, they're 2-8 on the road, 2-9, something like that.
Right.
I think
You can. It's definitely home court advantage is definitely a lot bigger in college basketball than what people like to give it. But it's just I feel like it's just so great. Like I think just because we're friends and stuff, and I've watched VT a little more, just so night and day.
yeah,
difference.
I don't know. I mean, I know the first half wasn't pretty against Wake, but the second half was obviously more along the lines of what we do to teams at home. And, I think we got beat by Wake by 25 on the road and ended up beating them by 15 at home. And that's not going to be the thing with everyone, but I just don't get it. And I was looking at some Ken Palm numbers. The average defensive ranking of all of our games on the road, they're like the single game defensive efficiency of all of our games on the road, our opponents have averaged 8th in the country in terms of how they play defense in those games. So I'm sure part of that is
how
lack
bad
of
the
shooting
offense is
and
looking.
lack of movement that we have on the road, but part of that's just teams playing good defense against us, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
That is fair.
Houston lost
I
again
mean,
yesterday.
I know. Trust me, I know. It wouldn't have
told
mattered
you.
for that.
I
It
told
wouldn't have
you.
mattered for that parlay. I don't know why I did that.
It's in the should win categories. Those are all the games that Clemson loses. So yeah, you just can't do
Well,
it.
that's what I was like. I was like looking when I sent y'all that lean list of mine. So much green. Most of the stuff I took yesterday was the red.
You can't halfway paper bet though. You got to take all of it or take
I
none of it.
know.
Otherwise, you're going to do that every time.
I know that's the issue. I don't have enough bankroll for that.
Well, you just take none of it then, and then
That's true.
7 days you will.
Do what?
In 7 days you will.
Hey, in 7 days, it's about to go crazy.
Jesus.
My FanDuel has so many bets. Grayson just lost a client.
That's fine. You're a number with me too.
FanDuel.
Don't worry.
That's true. I kept the low number for your book.
Yeah, it's going to be. FanDuel's going to be just fine. North Carolina. All the. Yeah, they're going to make so much money off parlays. I don't think it's even going to matter. That's especially
They're
with.
making a lot of money off of me handling solely.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
they
and your
make a lot of
fucking
money
alt
off
spreads
Jack.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack's alt
Jack
spreads
out
are going to be.
Jack out here betting Chiefs minus 40.5.
Yeah, Jack's keeping the lights on over at FanDuel. I don't think that's going to change.
Jack is the reason that Book It with Trent. Jack's the reason that Book It with Trent has a job.
Yeah, FanDuel's going to move Jack out wherever state they're not making enough money in. And they're just going to put him in $1 million house. Just stay here for a month, bet like you normally do, and then we'll move you to another state next month. Because I don't think I remember the last time you took a straight bet. Honest to God, it's just like a spread or like a money line or a total.
I did. I took
without
Super Bowl,
fucking with
Super
it.
Bowl, I took a spread. I took 49ers minus 1.5 or whatever they were.
I don't believe it.
It lost.
The only NFL bet of yours I remember is you got on here and pitched a 2.5-point teaser or some just vile bullshit like
You
that.
did.
I
Yeah,
can't
Cole,
even
you did.
fathom
Cole wasn't
what the
here
fuck
yet
you
for
were.
that. Jack was like, I'm going to do a 2.5-point teaser.
Why even do that?
It's not even a teaser. You're just buying 2.5 points.
Yeah.
And whatever the vig on that is probably a war crime. So even if you hit that, you're not long term. You're not making money doing that.
I think the last.
They do have the fun.
I did. I hit. It was the Georgia game.
Yeah, you did.
Georgia
you
or
hit
was it
Georgia
Oregon?
minus 50.
Or something like that.
It was one of them like minus 50.
It was one of the
I think it was
massive
Georgia
blowouts.
minus-
It was Oregon or Georgia. I can't remember which one.
42.
That's so stupid.
Oh yeah, I think it wasn't 50 because they won by 60. It might have been 42 or 49 or something like that. But
I don't think it would have gone above 50, to be quite honest. Even though the spread
Jack,
was,
did you rip
I
that
don't think
box
so.
yet?
21.
what?
Oh, yeah,
Did you rip that
buy something like
box
that?
yet?
I didn't buy it. I can't just drop $60 right now.
Those were 60?
But I saw it now,
That's ridiculous.
and I was like,
You
that seems like a good
Yeah,
deal.
don't buy
messaged
that.
us and said, should I cop it? And we said yes. You can't
Well-
not buy it at that.
I walked away at that point.
I mean, this man leaves what was it, a hobby box on the shelf or whatever that was?
That should be. I should have got back to me on that. You're right.
You could have sold that sealed and made money. But yeah, the Domino's NBA is tough because one, Wemby does not autograph in there, and two, there's no guaranteed auto in the box. So that's why the NFL ones are so hot because there's a guaranteed auto in there. But you get a ton of base with Domino's, so you really got to hit the auto, and if it's not guaranteed, then $60 is criminal. But I'm not surprised.
We're gonna have to do another rip it and talk stream one day. I'm gonna go back and buy the hobby packs from my local place.
There's all kinds of baseball stuff out too. Tops is out. Stadium Club is out. What else is
I
out?
saw they had the Tops box there, but I think it was 2023.
Yeah, it's not Trout on the front. It's Acuna is 24.
Acuna?
Yeah.
Oh no, it was 2024.
Okay. Yeah.
It was a box. I don't know what.
You know what sport I'd like to get into betting more, but I just can't. I think I talked to Grayson about it. Hockey.
It's so hard to bet on.
I can't. It's.
I'd love to. I know.
So
I'd love to bet it more, but like you have to be.
It's closer to
top of it.
baseball than anything else.
Mhm.
It's just a
Yeah,
problem.
and it's just
Exactly
it's
right,
so
bet on
hard. There's so many teams. It's in the middle of like NFL is when it starts, kind of, and then NBA and college basketball, which I haven't really bet on much NBA lately, but college basketball takes all of my willpower right now.
I mean, it runs adjacent to the NBA, so we'll get playoffs at the same time.
Yeah.
Late spring, early summer. But it is very, very hard to bet on, even if you're knowledgeable, which I know I'm not. So I usually stay away from it. But it's always there. It's one of those daily, nightly things. So if you're just bored out of your mind on a Tuesday, there's going to be 6, 7 NHL games, and you're going to parlay 3 favorites, and they'll go 2-1 every single time. Which is exactly how I think baseball. So.
And then when you don't have MLB, we got Korean baseball at 2 a.m.
That's awful.
We got our first chat. Mally said she's tuned in.
Awesome.
Doesn't the editor have to watch how that works?
The editor has an option to send a chat in. That's what happens.
Jesus Christ. I don't even know how to read that.
I think it's on the main right. Oh, yeah. Let's get into the NFL Combine. Let's actually talk sports instead of just shitting around right now.
Okay.
NFL Combine.
Yeah, Jack. Tell us about all the Texas guys running around in tights.
Yeah.
How does
tell
this
us
make them
every
better?
Texas guy that ran the
Tell us
40.
what freed me from my John Ross.
Tell us, based on John Ross's Hall of Fame career running in a straight line with no pads, what does that project for your favorite?
I mean, we all know Xavier Worthy is a better college receiver than John Ross was. Even though John Ross did eat at Washington, and both of them were also recruited by Steve Sarkisian. Trivia.
Okay. Jack's been doing some research.
But I don't know. I mean, Xavier Worthy breaking the record, kind of cool. I mean, seeing low 4.2 speed is very rare. Can you hear that?
A little bit, yeah.
Kind of. I mean, if he runs
Is it Oakley?
a 4.2,
If
he runs 4.2 across the field and the AFC North and gets hit, he will never run again. So it's.
No, I think he gets used. He's gonna get used like Tyreek. I think he's like that's how he got used at Texas. I mean, he can go deep, but just give it to him in the flat or a screen, and he can make it. I mean, you see on the field, he's fast on the field. It's not like he's a guy who can run in tights fast and then different on the field. People saw it firsthand as his freshman year, and I think coming back after last year's sophomore year, he had a lot of drops, but he dealt with a broken hand most of the year, and so he came back, had a really good year this year. I think he worked his way just by the 40-11 into a first-round pick. He was coming in at like top 10 receiver in the draft because this draft class that you guys know is loaded at the receiving position. I think him and AD both put themselves in a first-round grade to go along with Neighbors, Marvin Harrison, and Adunze.
Well, according to NFL.com, Xavier Worthy's prospect grade is a 6.16, a good backup with the potential to develop into a starter.
See, I think he's better than that. I mean,
I think so too.
The biggest thing is him is he's super light. He weighed at 165, which is really light.
Basically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. No, I was just being dumb. I think it's just dumb what they say and that stuff.
He goes to the Chiefs, dude. He's already their best receiver.
Come on now.
Don't say that. These are professional athletes. And
Rasheed Rice
guys. Yeah.
I'm not saying he
I don't
can't
know if he's better than. I don't know if he's better
receiver.
than Rashee Rice.
There's no way he's better than Rashee Rice.
Or well,
Not at the
second,
NFL level,
second
he's
on the
not.
team. He's better than Kadarius Toney.
A lot of
I don't know
people
if
are
Tony's
better
on
than
that team
Kadarius
still.
Toney.
He's better than Toney.
He would probably be like the second or third best receiver on the team if we went to the Chiefs right now.
Yeah, he would start in 3
Which
receiver
would be
sets
gross.
right
Like,
away.
you give Pat Mahomes a faster Tyreek Hill. This guy.
As long as he's better than Tyreek off the field.
I think Jesus Christ.
And
I think
he's taller than Tyreek.
The Chiefs is the perfect place for him to be, though. Like that's the type of
dude. Unfortunately.
I disagree. I don't think he should be allowed there. He should go to Las Vegas. They could waste another receiver. Why not?
That's true.
Like if he goes to the Chiefs, I don't know if I can root for him anymore.
Las Vegas does like receivers that go fast, so
Yeah, they do.
Go fast in the streets and the field. All right,
do y'all think?
Sorry.
I really want to know what y'all think because I already know my opinion. Caleb Williams, thoughts, concerns.
He's going. Well, there's a lot of. He's going one anyway.
He's going one.
He's going one, but I have a lot of concerns about his attitude. I mean, he's a tremendous player. Some of the stuff he's done is just incredible. I mean, I know he's going up against Pac-12 defenses, but
and then this year happened.
I just worry that he's going to face so much adversity wherever he goes, whether it's Chicago or another bad team, inevitably, that he's just going to fall apart. I don't think he's mentally strong enough to deal with it.
I don't think he is either, but I also think he's not. He just holds on to the ball too much. I mean, he wants to be Patrick Mahomes so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And if you watch him, I mean, I know it's the big thing. Like when he plays good defenses, he doesn't do good, and which is the truth. But like I was watching a couple of NFL scouts break down some of his film, and he just doesn't take the reads. He only wants the big plays. Like there's multiple instances in every game where he has wide open receivers for 8-yard gains, and he'll look them off, look for the big play, and then scramble into pressure. And unless he changes his game plan, I think the Bears should have kept Fields personally and traded down. Is my opinion on that.
I don't know. I like Justin Fields, but I think you just have to restart the clock.
That would be the only.
The team didn't go anywhere with Fields.
Yeah. That's the only argument I can see is restarting that clock. But I feel like if you trade down and you stockpile draft picks, sign Fields for a 3-year deal, and if it doesn't work out in 3, which I mean, I guess you'd have to get him for more. But
do you really trust the Bears to do the right thing with?
No.
So
no, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, we're on the streets, Atlanta. So
the word on the street is Atlanta, and he'll shit on us.
Atlanta with Justin Fields is gross.
Imagine
team to watch.
They have Bijan, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, bro. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that'd be
Kyle Pitts
and Arthur Smith gone.
Right, you need 8 wins to win that division. So I mean, it's not a massive undertaking. I think Atlanta won the division by multiple games if they got him.
Nope. Bryce Young.
Especially the Panthers, dude. They probably go 0-17.
I've seen plenty of Bryce Young.
Bryce Young's about this. I mean, Dave Canellis is a QB guru. He made Baker look like a top 15 quarterback this year.
None of this year was Bryce Young's fault.
Yeah.
And Bryce Young's throwing to nobody. He has nobody protecting him.
We have no offensive line, no running backs to control the clock, no receivers to throw the ball to. Hayden Hurst, no offense to Hayden Hurst, but he's fucking 31 and white and slow to throw the ball to. And then our defense, is okay whenever, one game, and then we're terrible the next. So
Atlanta's plus 150 to win the South right now. I would.
Who is?
Almost I would take that now. Atlanta is plus 150 to win the South next year.
150. I would take it too.
The only thing that I would argue with Atlanta is with Justin Fields going to Atlanta is there's a lot of rumors of Kirk Cousins going to Atlanta too.
I don't
I've
know.
heard
All the
Kirk
more
Cousins
reason
is
to take
Steelers.
that.
That's it. I think he's just going to stay in Minnesota.
Probably should
honestly.
stay in
If the
Minnesota.
Achilles wasn't an issue, probably.
There's also talks that the Vikings trade Justin Jefferson,
I don't
That's not
see that
gonna
happening.
which would
There's
be
no chance.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like Jettas gives with the Bengals, dude? Burrow, Jamar, and Jefferson again.
Stop. It's not going to happen.
Weird.
Don't get me hard.
Yeah.
Don't get cold. Don't get cold.
God.
Relax.
No, honestly, like that would be really cool, but I don't know. I feel like they would start to get mad that they weren't getting all the touches, you know?
Right.
Well, you just
Well, T's gone,
T.
right?
Higgins is gone. Tyler Boyd, trade him.
T. Higgins is gone. I really think we should trade him and try to move up in the draft so we're for sure getting Brock Bowers, but it's all based on what scheme we're going to want to run. Like, are we going to focus on having a tight end or not? So that's to be determined.
Mixon's gone too, so you gotta get a running back.
You can snag one in the 6th or 7th round, plug them and play. They're running backs. They'll be out of the league in 5 years anyway. What's
Yeah,
gonna
you get Audric Estime at 4.72. You'll be fine.
Hell no.
We got before we move on, we got a viewer question.
What's the viewer question?
The viewers want to know, she says, if you were to participate in the NFL Combine, what drill do you think you would kill, and what drill do you think would kill you?
I mean, the 40 is the easiest one.
I'll go first. So drill I'd kill is the 40 because I'm fast. But the drill that'd kill me. Oh,
yeah.
Are we doing any drill, like any drill, based no matter what, lineman versus position players?
Yeah.
A drill that would kill me would be the passing. Anything passing, I'm getting. If I could be a first round, I'm going to undrafted.
That shit is your shoulder's gone. Jack doesn't have a right shoulder.
Yeah, he doesn't have either shoulder.
Nothing there.
Actually, no. You know what would kill me? None of the drills would kill me. The NFL medical would kill me.
The what?
Yeah, those brutal.
All the
scans.
MRI you get of your entire body.
Oh,
Yeah.
got you.
Sir, you have a blown shoulder? Yeah, you're done.
Everything's torn in every joint you have. Sorry.
Drew Brees completely exploded.
I think I have an answer for the first one. I don't know the second one, though. I think I'd kill the gauntlet passing. I mean, obviously back when I could actually run. I'm not able to really run fast anymore. But catching the ball coming from different directions isn't that hard. And I have decent hands. To kill me would probably be the bench, even though I know like people don't look into it. But just muscle endurance is down bad.
Yeah, I mean, relative to who's going to win the combine doing that.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'm going to default to saying 40 would be my best relative at my size. I think it would be okay. I feel like, and I think vertical would be pretty bad for me.
That's fair. I mean, we're all white guys saying this stuff right now.
So. I mean, that's all of us. We're not actually all white guys.
Things like that. Yeah.
Jack's basically white.
Jack might as well be. Jack's 40 time will place him with us. So that's
Whoa there.
I mean,
Grayson,
what do you guys?
I can tell you we can go out and do it. I mean, yeah, the 40 is at least technical. I mean, you literally just run straight. I mean, so is the vert, but I would also not do well at that. So I guess relative to, wherever they put me, body mass wise, group wise, I'd probably be a lot more competitive in the 40 just because that's the one I probably couldn't screw up. And then, my vert wouldn't be great. Free cone probably wouldn't be great. Anything quick twitch movement stuff probably wouldn't be amazing. So plenty of options for that second one.
Yeah, I stopped training quick twitch fibers a long time ago.
I think later you'd kill the passing. You do better than JJ McCarthy.
I don't know, man. My shoulder's fucked. When we were playing,
If it
we were
was,
playing
it looked pretty bad.
dude, we were playing intramural flag football. I was playing with Travis's group, and me and Travis were taking turns playing QB. And I eventually told him like he's just gonna have to take it because after the first series, my arm was just not there. It was just not. I threw a couple of times and I was like, it was killing me.
I mean, that post you hit me
He's washed.
a couple years ago. That was a perfect ball.
Yeah, and then you had fucking angina and had to go to the hospital. Jack catches a 40-yard post and then he walks off the field.
I can't breathe.
Oh my god! You're supposed to catch it with your lungs, dumbass.
Dude, I thought I was dying that day.
You were about to have a heart attack. Your blood pressure was probably like
energy drinks now. That's why I only drink Monster.
Yeah. Jack probably had
good.
4 energy drinks that day is why.
Yeah,
Jack's blood is neon green.
I hit the pre-workout before that game.
Hey, did y'all see that white boy run a 4.44 today or yesterday?
Was it Ladd or Luke McCaffrey?
Was it
No,
Ladd
neither of them.
Oh.
No, it was
some like Colorado State kid.
Yeah, it was a safety, right?
Oh, the Cooper DeJean or whatever.
Nope, he's not
Iowa
running.
kid.
No, it's Iowa DB.
Hold on, I'm looking.
You're telling me there are multiple white people who are
what?
defensive backs who are at the NFL Combine.
Yeah, give me a
It
second.
should be a very
That's
narrow list.
crazy.
Hold up, I gotta find it because I forgot his name. It's like Patrick something. No, it's Peyton Wilson. He's a linebacker from NC State.
Oh, NC State.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a dog.
He's gonna be really good.
LB1
Yeah.
probably.
He should honestly go like late first, early second, in my opinion. I don't know what he's currently projected.
Yeah, if he's not top 50, something's wrong.
He ran a 4.43, 34 and a half inch vertical, almost 10 foot broad jump.
Yeah, I mean,
That's literally a prototypical linebacker.
yeah, very busy posting linebacker, but also like extremely smart. He's always making the right reads.
Right. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Virginia Tech beats NC State the past 2 years if he's not playing. Like he makes that much of a difference.
His coach, his defensive coordinator is a West Virginia boy from Southern West Virginia. Tony Gibson, baby.
Tony Gibson, yeah.
Tony Gibson used to him and his brother used to come over and golf at our home golf course all the time because it's like right over the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Cool story. I know people.
I mean, Peyton Wilson maybe LB like pure LB1, pure linebacker 1, but like I mean, if you put Dallas Turner in there, who edge linebacker.
Oh, the Turner's gonna go above.
Oh,
yeah.
Turner's way better. Or not better, but
like if you go like pure just linebacking,
prospect.
like pure linebackers, you got like Edwin Cooper out of A&M, Wilson at NC State, and like Jeremiah Trotter out of Clemson, who I think is very good too.
Yeah.
And Grayson would know Shurhan how good he is.
I mean, I still didn't watch his combine stuff. That's just how little I believe in it. But in general, I think, we got a lot of misunderstood linebackers, Bulware and Simmons, and I'm sure there's more. Tanner Muse, but he was safety. But yeah, so hopefully he can break that trend, at least recently. The biggest Clemson news, though, is that Christian Wilkins is going to be able to test free agency. So I don't know where he's going to land, but it sounds like he's done in Miami over money, which sucks, but he's to the point where he's good enough to I think he's got the bargaining power. So I don't really fault him for using it. Plus, Miami's never going to win a Super Bowl, so he's better off getting off that shit.
No, I need him in stripes.
That would be nasty.
Nah, you need Byron Murphy.
I mean, I'll take Byron Murphy. I'll take Christian Wilkins. I'll take literally anybody with a pulse and add DJ Reader to it. Honestly, like
they don't need Sweat.
Jesus Christ, man.
I gotta look more at the draft order and shit. I don't even know what to expect, honestly. All I know is I think
Jared Verse.
of all the quarterbacks, I think I would want Drake May.
Racist.
I'm
know,
not.
I'm taking Tyler Buchner.
I'm not.
Well, you know what happened the last time UNC quarterback went in the top 2.
Went number 2 overall. Yeah.
Shouldn't have.
That's fair. That's fair. I still think Mitch
The Bears
Trubisky wasn't
traded
as
up to
bad.
take him for no reason.
Okay, that's a different story.
I'll say this:
still think
I like Drake May more than I like Mitch Trubisky.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it's more so I just don't like Caleb Williams. I don't think he's the generational talent that everybody thinks he is. I think he's amazing. Like he's got talent. That's not the right word, I guess. He is very talented. I just don't think he will be successful in the NFL.
We could get a guy like that out of this draft. I think there's enough QBs that merit consideration. And the last one we got in Mahomes was not highly regarded at all and went, late NBA lottery range. What was it, 13, 14, somewhere in there to Kansas City? So, I mean, that can be really – Jaden Daniels, I feel like people aren't talking about because he's mocked to the Patriots where quarterbacks go to die. Most offensive guys do. So, okay, so 10. In a draft where a team traded up from 3 to 2 to take Mitch Trubisky's bum ass, he went 10. So
I'm not a fan of Bo Nix either as a prospect personally.
He's already 25 is a problem.
Yeah, that's true. I just feel like outside of the last year, what did he do? I know he looked amazing this past year, but outside of this past year, he wasn't that great.
I mean, not gonna lie, I wasn't high on Justin Herbert coming out of Oregon too, and I like Oregon and Herbert. And granted, unless you're Emmanuel Ocho, I think Herbert's been great since coming out. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I think Bo Nix has to end in the right situation for him to be successful.
I commend Emmanuel Ocho for making a living off of being a dumbass, but it is not productive to actually talking about the Chargers or Herbert or every bad coach we've had the last 15 years.
You don't like when he calls him the social media quarterback?
I mean, he can only once, and then every statistic he's better than Tua, including brain cells and lack of dementia. So, I mean, it's I don't know what else he wants. He could if he was doing this with like Burrow or Mahomes or Allen, fine. But with Tua, who's like fucking terrible, I kind of have to stick up for my guy at that point because there are quarterbacks better than Justin Herbert in the NFL. Tua is not and has never been one of them. So he just hitched his wagon to the brain dead guy instead of a quarterback that's actually better than Herbert. That's where he went wrong.
All right, let's finish this off.
There's really only 3 quarterbacks right now I would probably take over Justin Herbert. Maybe
right, and I mean there's absolutely a list.
Maybe 4 if CJ Stroud is really, really good again this year.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Herbert is definitely at the least top 7. I think he's top 5, but at the least.
I'm biased. So I'm putting 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say at least top 7, probably top 5.
Yeah. All right, let's finish it off. Give me one person you think is going to be a bust, and one person you think is going to be a value. If you got any right now, I haven't really looked into the draft. I've just been looking at the prospect list here.
I mean, does Latin count?
If you get somebody at 12 that was probably good, like is a top 5 talent, that's value to me personally.
Mm-hmm.
Any of these wide receivers slip. If there's a run on quarterbacks up top, teams trade down. The Chargers at 5 are a prime candidate to do that. You may see Neighbors or Adunze out of the top 8 or 9. I think either one's a steal there, just based on what they've looked like collegiate wise. I mean, with the receiver class being this deep, it's going to be hard to miss. But as far as who gets the best hit, I think it'd be pretty tricky with the quarterback class kind of coinciding in the depth that's there, at least the perceived depth. I think that we could see the receivers taking a hit on the draft board if teams get paranoid about quarterbacks, and there's always 10 teams in the NFL that need one, and there's 5 more that won't admit it. So I think whoever gets pushed down by the quarterback run, if it happens super early like it could, I think we're going to have diamonds in the rough that should have never really been in the rough. I think receivers are most likely to be those guys.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, I mean, I don't know how highly you doubt him, but he was a pretty big prospect. I don't like Tez Walker that much. It's just more so. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of him as a prospect. I do think Xavier Worthy's going to be better than what people are saying, though. I like X. He's not. I don't think he's Justin Ross. Like, I know he's small and he's got actually good ball catching
John
ability.
Ross.
Running.
That's no, Justin Ross destroys.
Okay, all right. Okay, calm down. I think I'm not going to say my part on X. I think X will be good. I think potential. I think AD Mitchell, if he slides late just because his draft is so heavy, I think he is prototypical. I think on tape, and bias aside, I think he had the skills. He has the ball, the catching ability, the jumping ability, the way he contorts the route running. But then his he tested really well. I think depending if he slides like late first round, I think he could be a sleeper. But like draft bust, I mean, I might just go big and just say Caleb Williams. I mean, I think he has.
If you go 1-1, you don't hit.
Than check marks.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he has more questions than check marks, and people say he's like Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning type, but like no one was questioning. He didn't. None of them had. Now, Andrew Luck and Peyton Manning are not Caleb Williams personality wise, but I think they showed more on tape being a prototypical quarterback than what Caleb Williams is.
I think he's not going to live up to the hype of being number one overall, which, I mean, I think there was a stat like there's only been one quarterback in the last 20 years that was taken number one overall that won a Super Bowl or something like that, like one or two. So, I mean, you're already kind of set up for failure if you're going to go number one because the team around you is not very good because they were number one for a reason, unless a team trades up for you. So,
I mean, arguably the last good number one quarterback was Andrew Luck. And granted, yeah, he didn't win a Super Bowl, but you think he came into a 2-14 team and took that same team to 11-5 the next season.
All right, Colts fan, relax over there. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, this cup was starting for the Colts that year.
Oh my god!
All right, Cole.
Yeah, I'll stay with the quarterbacks, and I think it's going to be a bust. I just don't see Jaden Daniels panning out, especially if, like everyone thinks, he goes to New England. Like Grayson's already said, where quarterbacks go to die. I
actually like Jaden Daniels.
That's the thing. I like him, but
the situation can dictate your success,
right?
though.
Yeah, exactly.
We've seen that. Yeah.
Situation, and that can be the same thing with Caleb Williams, but
I don't see Mayo lasting long in New England, and I hate it. But
yeah. And then, like Grayson already touched on, with two guys that I'm targeting in that wide receiver room that I think are going to be much better than their current draft slots. Guys like Ladd McConkey and then Malachi Corley, who, Ladd's projected right now maybe second round, Malachi's third, fourth. I think both those guys are end of round one, beginning of round two talents that are going to play a big role. And people are going to be wishing they took those guys. And I think there's a lot of guys you can say that with the receivers this year.
That's fair. I do like Ladd McConkey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Sam Hartman fan. I know he's like 28, but I'm a Sam Hartman fan.
If I'm taking a 25-year-old quarterback between him and Bo Nix, I'm probably taking Sam Hartman.
I mean, he looked better throughout his career the whole time. Like he was an NFL's prospect at Wake Forest.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
I think with him, he's the type of guy he's gonna be a backup, and then like injury, something happens to the starter, and he has to be a situation. I like Sam Hartman. I think he's very smart. Arm talent wise, I don't think he's as good as some of these quarterbacks in this year's draft. But it is what it is. But he did play well at Notre Dame, and he had good years at Wake Forest. But we'll see.
All right. Well, On the table for upcoming stuff, we got, like we said earlier in the thing, college basketball conference tournament stuff, MLB preview, and then what was the other thing? There was one more. We might do some NBA stuff. I just can't get into it right now with as much college basketball stuff as I've been doing.
That's fair.
Anything else from y'all before we sign off here?
I think I'm set.
No.
I'm good.
All right, fellas. We'll catch y'all later. That was another episode of the 4D Gens podcast.
See you boys.
Okay.